Hello everybody, just looking at a few little clips on RT News and just thought I would say it's just amazing when you open your eyes and you realise things are so different, that all they do is they keep telling us of all the unrest and all the upset, they keep telling us this, they keep telling us that, then the laws will have to be changed and this will have to happen and that will have to happen, and the only place it's coming out through is the media. And the media are paid to make the news. They don't just do it for charity. And, you know, as you know, other countries pay for them to make the news. It's really amazing that all they can do is show us this. Because what are they trying to do? Frighten everyone? I mean, just look at the way these videos are made and look what's being said. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. The reason I've put them in, and I want to equate something so that you can see the parallel to why, you know, I'm saying what I'm saying. I've seen football games where there's no audience and yet there's this cheering and things going on. So it's like there's an audience there, but it's not real. It's been put in over the top to make you believe or make you feel like you're at one of those games where there's thousands of people there making this ooh, ooh, you know, whatever noise they make in football stadiums, but it's been put in. So if they can do that on games, imagine what they can do with the news. They've got these bits of footage where nearly everybody is peaceful, tiny little thing happens, and then they film it. They stick their banging of the drums or whatever it is over the top and make it seem so much more hostile than it really was. The first one, yeah, loads of toilet papers, okay, and eggs. But most of the footage, as long as they put noises and music and things over the top, it's going to change. You know, I make videos. Do you see what I mean? I could change things. I'm only wanting to tell the truth, but do you see, I could do it. If I could do it, they could do it. And yeah, and it's just quite amazing. They obviously want to keep us at war with each other when actually we surrendered overnight without one police officer or one soldier. Incredible. What I'm going to do is play this bit of video which we're going to watch again, but without any noises from them in it, it may not look or feel the same. Without their voices, all the action and everything. So do you see what I mean? Yeah, you don't quite know what's there, do you? And I mean, I don't know quite what's going on, but with their noises, look what they turn it into. And, you know, at these things, there's even music. So it's that bad, there's music. It's quite incredible, really. Anyway, now let's watch it with them and their noise. Yeah. More countries, and more countries being thrown down our throats, that we're all fighting and we're all against each other, but when you go outside your door, it's nothing like what the news says. I know we can't go to all these places, but imagine what they're being fed about us. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, on to the next bit.
Many are noticing the ways in which the unrest in Belarus is similar to the Ukraine uprising or political upheavals in other ex-Soviet states. The latest example, though, is halfway across the world. One leading dissident is now citing the Venezuelan scenario, calling on the West to recognize the opposition leader as the legitimate president.
Given that Goodyear actively markets their ties to federal, state and local police departments across the nation, I find their newfound distaste for law enforcement to be insulting at best. Goodyear should certainly not continue to count on any sizable revenue from their very profitable police and military divisions in the future.
And there are clearly a few parallels. Like Belarus, the situation in Venezuela started with massive protests following contested elections, and a defeated opposition claiming the results were rigged. Western leaders didn't recognize the election results in either case, and of course they decided to throw their support behind the protests.
The brutal repression of the Venezuelan people must end, and it must end soon.
It is a dictatorship trying to survive at the cost of unprecedented humanitarian distress, of worrying ideological radicalization when the resources of the country remain considerable.
To those who continue to oppress the good people of Venezuela, know this: all options are on the table.
So what has moral support from foreign powers done for the opposition in both countries? Well, in Venezuela, they were confident enough to form their own so-called interim government. And there's still essentially a system of dual power. Two parliaments, one pro-Maduro, the other pro-Guaido. Things are heading that way in Belarus, where an opposition coordination council has been formed.
The Coordination Council believes that the only way to overcome the political crisis is to immediately start negotiations and work out mechanisms to restore the rule of law and hold new elections.
It's not exactly clear what the function of these institutions are, though. In Venezuela, it's hard to tell what Guaido has even gained from Washington's cheerleading. So apart from a little chain rattling and protest organizing, what has Guaido's political maneuvering actually achieved?
Venezuelan people never supported Guaido in any numbers whatsoever. He had rallies where very few people showed up, and particularly the military in Venezuela was totally loyal to Nicolas Maduro and had no interest in following this guy. He was a pretender. And the whole thing was just a farce and a fiasco for the United States, to back someone who had no support, really, to begin with, and then to try to palm this off to the rest of the world that he was a legitimate president and have him travel to Washington and be at the State of the Union with Donald Trump. His speech, he was there in the public gallery in the U.S. Capitol. I mean, it just didn't fly because there was no support for him. So as far as Belarus goes, we don't know what the real support is for the opposition leader because the election results were probably tainted. I mean, we don't really know how much support she has. But we know that Guaido never got that kind of support because he was in the country and trying to make speeches and have rallies, and they failed. He is a laughable figure right now.
There are no doubt some key differences between the two countries. After all, Venezuela's been suffering from hyperinflation, widespread crime, and a tanking economy, all intensified by U.S. sanctions. That's not the case in Belarus, though. Let's hope it stays that way.
What are we supposed to believe anymore? What is real, as most of it isn't. So, yeah, thanks very much for watching.